James Gunn's Superman sequel was announced yesterday and is expected to be released on July 9th of 2027. Now, we understand the first Superman brought a lot of different opinions. You have your Snyder fans, you have people who don't follow DC Comics where they either love this film or they hated this film. For me personally, it was a 6.5 out of 10. I love the cast. There were moments in the movie I enjoyed, but I didn't like the comedy. I didn't like the fact that Superman seemed to be like a pushover in those fight scenes. He was constantly getting beat up. I understand what they're aiming for in terms of making a movie that's lighter in tone, making Superman more vulnerable. I can appreciate those themes. And I hope for the second movie, and I said this already, that they lean more into Superman being super, and you can still have his vulnerability and not be too much about the comedy. The things that also annoyed me was the Lex Luthor, like the R2, L2 things. It was just like, I know you're trying to showcase Lex's brain, but it didn't hit for me. Outside of that, am I excited for James Gunn's universe? I would say somewhat. I'm really excited for the Clayface movie, the Batman 2 movie. I know that's not part of James Gunn's universe, but those are the projects I'm most excited about. And I'm hoping that Superman 2 is better. I'm not going to be all negative and saying, oh, it's going to be the same thing. I don't know. We got to wait for more reports to come out and you got to give it a chance. I'm not saying that you have to like James Gunn. I've always been a fan of James Gunn's movies, but as long as he doesn't lean too much into comedy, he's already said that he wants to make every movie different. So Batman Brave and Bold is one of these comedy movies. I'm like, all right, that's too much. But if it's more serious, like the other two Batman movies with Matt Reeves, then it'll be fine. I think the most important part is making sure Batman is good and Wonder Woman is good, and these movies are grounded. So you get a chance to care about the characters, you build up towards a Justice League universe, and we get that conclusion. So I understand some people are iffy about this movie. Some people are excited. You know, there's an audience for it. And we don't know the final box office, whether it exceeded the budget, because there's different reports about, well, it was only like, I think 200 to 300 million and you have to double your budget, or it was like over 350 million of how much they spent in production and marketing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, just get on board or don't. It's fine. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. For me, I would just want to see how it plays out. If we get the same type of tone where it's light, I'm good with it. But if they can lean to some dark themes with Superman, that would be great to see. Because there were moments where it had that potential, like with Lex Luthor in that scene where he shot the guy and he just rushed through his questions. I wish they took their time in that scene. I love Mr. Terrific. He was great. I enjoyed his character. So there's some things about Superman, the movie, I enjoyed. Others I'm like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I want to still give this a chance, because we have to remember, even with the Marvel Universe, they had their misses when they were building up towards Thanos. Even when you go back to like Batman Begins, it was a good movie, but when you compare it to Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, it got better and better. That's just how I felt about those movies. So for me, I still like Man of Steel more, but as I've said in the past, I'm glad Zack Snyder is gone, because after Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman was just trash to me. I did not like that movie whatsoever. I loved the Wonder Woman. I liked Aquaman, and I liked the Snyder cut of Justice League. But at that point, you had to start from scratch, because if you try to keep along and build this universe, it just felt discombobulated and people just didn't care. So they needed fresh blood. And we'll see how this all pans out. I'm glad they're making a sequel and just getting it going. And we'll see with more reports come out and what we get from the sequel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about James Gunn's announcement of Superman 2. Are you excited or not excited? Are you just waiting for more reports to come out? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.